you later.
Don and Deb. Number 53, Joel O'Donnell, parents Brian and Lisa. Number 54, Brian Lippia, parents David and Tina. Number 55, Galen Thomas, parents Roman and Brittany. Number 56,
Since he was a freshman. Wow.
So, we'll see.
Number 57,
It's not like he's Johnny Jolly being away from the game.
My guess is he's just a big fella with Coach Optic.
Number 61, Juan Portage, parents Ida.
Juan Cortez.
Christian Mexi.
Number 64, Austin Kowatko, parents Tony and Shannon.
What?
Number 65, Casey Donahue, parents Patrick and Tracy.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you.
Number 66, Nick Mayer.
We'll have to fill it in as we go.
They have an assistant coach named
Sam Rory, parents Ted and Becky. Number 70, Caleb Hunter, parents Jeff and Ruth.
just as many assistant
Number
coaches as
71,
they have
Dominic
players.
Russo, parents Tony and Jacqueline. Number 73, Michael Freebush, parents Michelle and Dan. Number 74, Chase Hardin, parents Tom and Sandy. Number 75, Ross Guyette, parents Scott and Angie. Number 80, Tim Miller, parents Janet and Mike. Number 81, Mitchell Bernardi, parents Todd and Darlene.
I haven't paid much attention.
Number 89,
First I've seen it.
Wiki, parents Bill and Colette.
That would be
Number
nice.
85, Alex Couple, parents Kevin and Lynn.
Alex.
And number 95, Jack Nalhorn, parents Kevin Rick. One more hand for Monona Grove parents. Thank you for your support.
There's a few senior names on here I don't even remember from last year.
Oh, yeah, like who? Throw one at me.
Jacob Collins.
Yeah, I don't remember him.
Let's see. Who else? Kyle Wenke.
Oh, yeah, one of the Winky Boys.
Yeah, you remember him. You got a good memory.
No, I don't remember him.
Isaac Allen, I don't remember.
Right now, because he's a big kid.
I don't remember Tim Miller. And I certainly don't remember Mitch Bernardi. See, this is the problem.
See, Mitch Bernardi, I remember.
Do not remember.
Oh, according to this, Brady Blang had 4 tackles last year.
From Max Prep?
Max Preps, yeah.
I don't remember that.
Well, again, everyone, and welcome
Obviously, that was in
garbage time.
Yeah. Oh, those are nice numbers. What are they doing to me?
Welcome to Portage Warriors versus your Monona Grove Silver Eagles.
That's really bad.
Let's give a big
The Portage Eskimos.
welcome to head coach Sean Stout and his Warriors from Portage.
I suppose they think about going on. Except I don't know his name.
Hey, guys, we're ready to go anytime. Give us a sign. All right, welcome to Silver Eagle Football. I'm Steve Martinelli, and alongside Bob Schmuck for the 18th season, we bring you Monona Grove Silver Eagle Football. This is Monona Grove Creative Video. Bob, can you hear me?
I cannot.
I can hear you, fortunately.
I cannot hear Steve. Can
All
you do
right,
something
the
about
Silver
that?
Eagles, after their 5th consecutive undefeated Badger Conference title,
Can't hear him.
start against the Portage Warriors. Portage coming off a rough season for them. Well, no, a rough season for us. They were 3-6 last year. That was their high water mark. They've only won 23 games in the last 10 years, Bob. This is a team that's trying to build up. The Silver Eagles, a team trying to reload. And I can't remember being this giddy before about a Silver Eagles season after losing so much talent last year.
Well, I think it's going to be an exciting year. I know you've got a little inside info on who might be starting at the skill positions this year. Pretty much all the skill players graduated last year, so it's going to be pretty exciting to see who is going to come out on top during training camp this year. We knew Brock Offerdahl would be in the mix because he was a pretty important part of the team last year at the end of the season. Who else do you think is going to be in the backfield, Steve?
We're going to see some sophomores out there with quarterback Tyler Blang. We're going to see his younger brother Brady Blang and a sophomore that I'm really excited to see, Torin Young, Bob. All right, now we're going to have the national anthem, so please stand and sing along with Bob. I can hear you fine, Bob. I can't hear myself, though.
Remove your hat.
Maybe no one can hear me.
Haley Corbin.
Oh, I don't know if my mic's working or not. He can't hear me. I can't hear me.
Stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
All right, the national anthem, and we're just about ready to get started here. MG versus the Portage Warriors. Portage wearing the white jerseys with white lettering, the bane of my existence. I hate them almost as much as Oregon's road jerseys, the white with the orange. Yeah, those are hard. So, if it comes to where I can't read their numbers, we're just going to make up names or call them Calhoun.
Well, we've done that before, Steve.
So, Bob was telling me before the game that Portage comes in with one of their key players possibly out, one of their top returners from last year, Adam Considine, the wide receiver who was second team all-conference with 45 catches and 11 touchdowns, maybe out for the entire season. He was obviously going to be their biggest threat as they return no one from the skill positions. Their two top running backs, Ryan Peterson and Daniel Beck, both graduated, and Ian Taylor, their quarterback, who threw for 1,200 yards and 14 touchdowns, also nowhere to be found.
Yeah, I'm afraid Portage is just not going to be bringing much to the table tonight. I don't see a big upset in the making for the Warriors. I watched a great game last night, Steve, on television, Wanakee and Edgewood, where there was an actual upset, and Edgewood spanked Wanakee. Had to be pretty disappointing start for the Warriors. My guess is they're going to be running a few extra wind sprints this week out there.
Well, the Silver Eagles winning the toss, or at least receiving the kickoff. That's Torin Young, the sophomore, back deep, flanked by Brady Blang, and I think that's Sawyer Livesey. Doing the kicking duties for the Warriors. Let's see here, number 5, Evan Walls. Lose your pen, Bob? I have a spare.
I swear.
Okay. All right. Oregon breaks their huddle. Oregon. I'm so mad about Oregon. Portage breaks their huddle, and we're ready to go with the start of the 2013 season. Remember Torin Young returning a kick last year, Bob, they got called back. Be interesting to see what this young fella does tonight. Kicks down the middle. This is number 20 for the Silver Eagles. Trey Powers on the return. Trey across the 25, 30, 35, 40, and out close to midfield before he's pushed out of bounds.
Oh, nice return. About 30 yards on the return, Steve. Nice start for Monona Grove.
Trey, a junior, saw a little action last year at running back. Nice return there. All right. Quarterback. Sorry, froze up there. Quarterback Tyler Blank.
Mike
bringing it out. Silver Eagles get the ball at the 43-yard line. Nice return by Trey. Lang at quarterback. Powers, one of the wide receivers. Young, the running back on this side. Livesey, running back on the other, or the wing on the other side. Lang out of the shotgun, or the pistol as it's called now. Inside handoff to Livesey, trying to cut it back. Has the 45, the 50, 45, 40, and tripped up and inside the 40-yard line of Portage.
Touchdown saving tackle by the Portage defender there as Livesey goes for, looks like About 19 yards on the carry.
Livesey appearing in all 11 games last year. Let me find his stats here. Had only 2 carries, but for 25 yards. So the ball at the 39-yard line of Portage.
First and 10 at the Portage 39.
All right, the other, Mitch Bernardi at wide receiver for the Silver Eagles. We'll get the rest of the players as we can here. Blang, the handoff to Young. Young showing some great speed inside the 30, down the sidelines, and into the end zone. Wow. Torin Young making that look easy. 39 yards, and we're not quite 41 seconds into the game.
Wow. That does not bode well for Portage here to have Monona score like that. That was easy.
That was Bob Torin Young making that one look good. The great blocking, though. They sealed off that corner, and Young turning on the Jets.
Brock Offerdahl threw good blocks on both of those plays coming off to the wide side here. He was able to hold his block and free up the corner for both those running backs.
Drew Schuchart, the extra point attempt. Martine, the holder. And the kick makes it 7-0. So, like I said, 41 seconds into the game, and it's a 7-0 MG lead. Didn't expect it quite that fast.
No. Actually, I thought we'd see a little bit more stiff opposition from Portage. And maybe as the game goes on, both teams, I'm sure, amped up. And I'm sure MG is a little more amped up than Portage. Portage probably not looking quite as forward to this opening night.
I don't know if you saw the article in the paper a couple weeks ago, Bob, or last Sunday it was, about the best teams in the area. No, Wanakee is the cream of the crop, having lost only 8 games in the last 10 seasons. But number 2 on that list was the Silver Eagles.
And did you see who the number 2 team for most losses over that same 10-year period in the area is? These Portage. Oh, really? The Warriors, right here. Indeed.
I would have thought Stoughton, maybe.
Nope. I can't remember who was first. I should have looked that up, but
maybe it was Stoughton. But all right, Schuchart will kick off for the Silver Eagles, back deep. Heck if I know. Number 6. Let's see, Brett Lentz. Lentz, one of the few returning players from last year. Lentz was a second-team All-Conference outfielder, Bob.
Was he?
He was.
Where was he in the All-Conference team in football, Steve?
He was not listed in it. All right, Schuchart ready to kick for the Silver Eagles. Excuse me. Oh, Torin Young, his first varsity touchdown, getting a breather on the bench. Schuchart's kick. And a short kick. And this is Lentz at the 17. Finally brought down. We got a flag, Martin.
They called a flag, I think, on a block.
Excuse me, Bernard with the tackle.
They called a block in the back, I believe. They were a little bit tardy on the call.
Lentz got it out across the 25-yard line, but I think this is going to go against a hold against the Warriors.
Zach Quam on the tackle there, number 23 for Monona.
Blocking in the back.
Blocking in the back instead. Okay, we'll take it.
First penalty of the game for Portage, which of course came on their first play, essentially.
Holy cow, that pushed it back to the 9-yard line.
This could be 9-0 shortly there, Steve.
Let's see who we've got for defensive linemen here. Number 55, Jalen Thomas, one of our starters from last year. Number 41,
Jalen Guyette. Jalen Thomas also on the preseason watch list for the Joe Thomas Award this year, Steve.
Oh, really?
Yep.
All right, quarterback Anderson for the Warriors. First handoff, a few yards over the right side. But
try to figure out who that was. Boudry.
Boudry, number 25, Tyler Boudry, a 5'9" junior.
Tackled by Decora for the Silver Eagles.
Jake Decora with the tackle. Decora, one of those big returning linemen for the Silver Eagles.
Also
a captain.
Also
All-Conference
on the Joe Thomas preseason.
Really?
Yes, he is.
How about that 1-yard pickup for Boudry on that one? The inside handoff again?
No.
Nothing there.
No.
In fact, I think they may have lost a yard. That'll bring up 3rd and long for the Warriors.
Offerdahl on the tackle there, as was number 41, Dexter Guyette.
3rd and long.
At first of many tackles we'll see out of Brock Offerdahl this year, I'm sure.
No gain on that play. 3rd and 9. Three wideouts to this side, one to the far side. Anderson, he'll keep it himself up the middle and drop down immediately. Nice tackle. Who is that, 62?
Can't quite make that out yet.
Sean McCoskey, a 6'3", 190-pound senior, and that brings up 4th and 9. So 3 and out for the Warriors. Dropping back is Zach Stinson to return the punt.
Well, Portage just got to call that a victory. They didn't get stopped for a safety after starting at their own 9-yard line.
3 rather safe runs. Yeah, I think they're taking it easy there. The punt taken by Stinson. Oh, bobbled and dropped. This ball is loose, and
where's that going to?
Portage recovered at the 50-yard line. Stinson let that one get through his hands.
Yeah, Stinson waited for a fair catch, but then misplayed the football, and it ended up in Portage's hands.
Yeah, we can't make out who got that for Portage, or do we care that much, to be honest. So, the Warriors inside MG territory on their first possession.
Right back on offense.
I guess this is technically their second possession.
It is indeed.
49-yard line.
So, the Silver Eagle defense.
Might have seen Portage's biggest play of the game right there, Steve.
That would be bad. All right, Anderson out of the shotgun. Looking to pass for the first time. Chased out of the pocket by Jalen Thomas.
The ball comes loose, but I think the refs called it down. So kind of surprised. Ball came off pretty quick.
Near the 40-yard line, a nice pickup by Anderson.
I think the tackle there was by number 54, Brock Lippiat. One of many we'll see by him this year as well.
It was Thomas that chased him out of the backfield.
Anderson showing good speed to get around the edge. Thomas is no slouch as far as that goes. And a big gainer.
Timeout on the field. Let's see what we got going here. Oh, somebody tying his shoe. Maybe that's it. Yeah, that's it.
That was one thing last night. You know, tonight, Steve, it's a gorgeous night out. Probably in mid-70s, sunny, just a little bit of breeze. But last night, it was more humid, a little bit warmer. That fourth quarter of that Edgewood-Wanakee game took forever because every play some guy was getting cramped out on the field. There's one play stoppage after another. Never saw so many guys go out with cramps.
All right, the officials coming out for a measurement. Anderson with a nice run before he was forced out of bounds near the 40-yard line of Monona. And it's going to be second down, it appears, by about 1.5 feet.
Well, let's see if MG can get the stop here.
Second and 1, the first challenge for the Silver Eagle defense.
For the Warriors.
Let's see if I can pick up some of the numbers of the Warrior running backs. 25 was Boudry.
There's a big fella at left tackle for Portage out there, number 71, who is not listed on the
see that. I was trying to find him.
Do you think that was subterfuge by the Portage coaching staff?
I think his name is Calhoun.
He's one of the bigger Calhouns we've seen out here.
Yes, he
over
is.
Steve.
He definitely is. All right, Anderson will operate out of the shotgun again with Boudry behind him. Double wideouts on each side. Silver Eagle defense ready for the test. Quick pass, swings it out. Complete for the first down to number 2, Jordan Walker.
Walker on the reception.
Walker, an all-conference pitcher, made 3 catches last year for a total of 40 yards. He's got his first one tonight. The first down for the Warriors. So they get down to the 38-yard line. 38 of MG.
Big 2-yard pickup on that pass play, but enough for the first down.
When you only needed a yard.
And the Silver Eagles 38.
Well, pass defense was a real Achilles heel for the Monona Grove defense last year. I mean, it's hard to say anything really was an Achilles heel for a 9-2 team, but
Anderson on the option, pitches it out to Boudry, has the corner, inside the 30 and down to about the 26-yard line.
Yeah, Portage looking a little bit better here on this series of plays.
Silver Eagles going to have to watch that perimeter better. The 2 running plays that have gained some yards for him have come around this corner.
Boudry on the carry for the Warriors.
12-yard pickup.
First and 10, the ball at the 26 of MG.
Monona Grove 26.
yards. So after challenging the interior of the defense on their first series of plays, Portage working the edges on this one.
The handoff, and that's the Woodry again, and he got stuffed at the line.
Number 3, Zach Stinson, penetrating, getting the tackle. Probably a loss of yardage on that play.
Stinson in his second year on varsity saw action last year as a sophomore. In fact, scored a touchdown in the game. That running back. Second and 11 for Portage now. The ball out to the 27-yard line. One thing Monona Grove is known for is linebackers. They seem to get kids every year that go flying around.
Yeah, in fact, there's two of the linebackers from Monona Grove this year are on the John Anderson.
Had one last year, Marcus Goff. Who have we got this year, Bob?
Brock Lippiat and Brock Offerdahl.
Anderson swings it out and complete.
Wow.
That's to Anderson.
Nice little pass play there. And a wide open receiver.
That was Walker again with the first down catch.
First down, Portage.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line. So Portage, after that initial 3 and out and resulting turnover,
Yep, all of a sudden they're doing things right
pretty well.
Yep.
Couple completed passes, couple of nice runs. They're not getting anywhere running into the line against Monona Grove, but passing the ball and attacking that perimeter is getting them somewhere. Anderson, the pitch. Whoa, big hit there. Offerdahl. That was Jordan Walker on the carry, and he got nailed in the backfield.
Offerdahl and Jake Decora.
By Decora and company, Silver Eagles. Loss on the play.
The ball back to the 19-yard line, second and 14. 6:50 to play in the first quarter, a 7-0 MG lead. Silver Eagles running 2 plays on their first offensive possession, going 51 yards on those 2 plays. That was fun. All right, second and 14 for the Warriors. Anderson the throw, good pressure coming. Throws for the end zone, and overthrow.
Oh my God, they got all over. They're going to get a hold, I think, out there. That's going to go on Sotolissi out there.
I don't know if that one was really catchable, Bob. It landed outside.
It certainly wasn't. I think the ball went out of the back of the end zone on the fly, so there's nothing catchable about that. That's a really poor call by the officials.
It does appear they're going to walk this one off, though.
Not sure how they can make that call. That's pretty bad. That's why you have a lot of referees out there. When one of them really makes a lousy call, the other one can step in and say, no, that ball wasn't catchable there.
Yeah, well, no one's going to step up and reverse that one. So the Silver Eagles get penalized. The ball just inside the 10-yard line.
Brings up second down.
Second and 4.
For Portage.
Boudry with the carry. Hit at the line of scrimmage and brought down.
Portage is going to have to continue working the edges there, Steve. In the middle of the line, they're going nowhere.
Lippiat making the tackle for the Silver Eagles. Third and 4 for the Portage Warriors. Long drive for Portage. They've had the ball almost 5 minutes now. Anderson trying to roll out, chased by Offerdahl, sack back at the
Offerdahl with his first sack of the year. Offerdahl met almost no resistance coming through the line.
Brings up 4th and long for Portage.
The ball back at the 19-yard line. 4 down territory, I would imagine. They're replacing their kicker from last year, so I would assume they're going to go for this one. I sense a timeout coming. No? Nope, just change of personnel.
It'll be 4th and 14 for the Warriors.
4th and 14 from the 19-yard line. 5:17 to play in the first quarter.
All right, Monona should rush their front 4 and put everybody else into coverage.
That does appear what they're doing.
And they're going to get a delay of game. That'll be the second penalty of the game on Portage, making their job just a little bit tougher.
Delay of game.
Takes them out of field goal range.
So they got to reach the 5-yard line now or so, wouldn't you say, Steve? Or is it 4th and 19 now?
They've got to get just over the 5, I believe. And this is going to be a little tougher now. The ball at the 24-yard line. See, it seemed like they were taking an awful long time. That's why I sensed the timeout.
Yeah,
but
I agree.
it would have been wise. You know, this may be their biggest scoring chance of the season. Anderson, straight back. Pocket collapses, but he gets the ball off in the air. Batted away.
Nice
the Silver
defense.
Eagles will take over.
That's Elijah Eisenberger who tipped that ball away.
Younger brother of Joe Eisenberger, former MG star. All right, so the Silver Eagles will take over at the 24-yard line, their own 24. Let's see if the drive takes them more than 2 plays this time.
Well, I was surprised it took the defense that long to get off the field. Portage brought a little more to their second offensive series than their first.
That first 3 and out is what we expected out of the Silver Eagle defense. This time, Portage hung on to the ball just a touch longer. All right, so the Silver Eagles will take over. 1st and 10, Blang in the backfield. Torrin Young next to him.
Let's see if they have Tyler throw that pass play that they ran so well last year.
There it is to Brady Blang, his younger brother, and Blang pushed out of bounds near the 40-yard line. Call up the 39. 15-yard pickup. Brady Blang, a sophomore running back.
Remember that pass play they used to Oldenburg several times last year down the middle, and it was wide open on a regular basis?
You get a player as fast as Oldenburger, and I think the Silver Eagles have a couple of those. You can really gain a lot of yards.
Yeah, if you got a quarterback that can get it downfield, in a high school football, you can make a lot of yardage down the middle of the field.
Blank, one of the better basketball players last year for the Silver Eagles, was also a star on the baseball team.
Multi-sport athlete, like it always used to be.
Mike Percy. Percy was a great athlete.
Like it used to be, Steve. I mean, now a lot of kids concentrate on one sport, but
hand off to Young.
No.
A little stutter. No.
Blang on keeper. Yep. And then keep up the middle.
Nice job, Blang. About a 3-yard pickup. 2nd and 7. They used that play a lot with, what's his name?
Caleb Choate a couple of years ago.
Caleb Choate, I'm going back.
You're thinking of Aaron Kondrasek, yeah?
Yeah, Kondrasek.
Yeah.
He had a lot of
they've been using that a lot, period. Even with Percy last year, Percy gained well over 500 yards last year on the ground.
All right, 2nd and 7 for the Silver Eagles. Blang, the handoff to Young. Young through the hole quickly, across the 50, 45, 40, 30, pushed out of bounds near the 25-yard line.
Well, Young, I think only improved his yards per carry average on that play.
Yeah. How many yards did you give him on that one, Bob? The ball just inside the 25-yard line.
I'd give him 33, so it actually went down a little. He's only averaging 36 yards a carry right now.
Well, we saw flashes last year how good Torrin Young can be. The sophomore is listed at 6 foot, 205 pounds. Appears to be extremely quick. Now, timeout. Called by the officials.
Timeout on the field.
Timeout called by the Portage Warriors. 4:07 left in the first quarter. 7-0 MG lead.
Well, Monona has really been working that right side of their line, left side of the Portage defense with a lot of success.
I haven't paid attention. Is that the side that Jaden Galt is on?
No, Jaden Galt, I think, is their left tackle, if I'm not
That would make
mistaken.
sense. Jaden Galt selected to play in the All-American game, the Army All-American game.
Oh, really?
Yep.
That I did not know.
Yeah, I just heard that the other day. And of course, recruited by the Badgers. Yet another big offensive lineman for the Silver Eagles. They seem to turn them out every year.
Yeah, they seem to find them. I'm not sure how they grow them so big out here. They didn't grow them that big when we were out here, Steve.
Heck no. Josh Butteris receiving a little attention on the sidelines. I hope he's all right. One of the offensive linemen returning from last year.
Yep, Josh had our block of the year last year. It's too bad. I don't know if they, I assume they archive these things. It would be nice to be able to pull that tape out and show that block.
Yeah,
because that was
took that kid right off his feet.
Oh my God, it just exploded, that guy. He looked like Charlie Brown after he hit a line drive through the box. All his clothes come off. That's what that kid looked like after Portage laid him out.
All right, from the 25-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Silver Eagles. Wideouts are Powers and Bernard. Blank, keep it himself through the middle, inside the 20. Blank's in for the touchdown from 25 yards out. Boy, did they clear that out. Tyler, I think, went in untouched.
Yeah, there was one guy that made the kick-out block that sealed off this middle part right there. Right there. Who was that? I think that was Trey Powers.
Was it?
Yeah. I think the wide receiver from that side came in to make the block. Alfredall threw one a little further down the field, but the block that freed it up, I believe, was thrown by Trey Powers.
All right, Blank will hold. Shukart will attempt the extra point. And it's a 14-0 game.
Well, when MG gets on offense, it doesn't take them long to score. See if the defense can get them back on offense here in a hurry.
14-0, the Silver Eagles with the 2-touchdown lead with 4 minutes to play in the first quarter. Next week, the Silver Eagles will travel to Baraboo to take on the Thunderbirds. And then they go to Oregon against the Panthers.
That's a potential win for Portage, so I'm sure they're looking forward to that.
For Baraboo, you mean?
For both, actually. Portage could actually beat Baraboo. They did beat them last year, as a matter of fact. In fact, I believe they've beaten Baraboo the last 2 years.
Whoa.
Yeah, Portage doesn't win many games, so I'm sure they don't mind going into Thunderbird territory.
I gotta find my information here about the Portage coach, Sean Stout. In his 4th year there, his record is 4-23.
Yeah, he's a former DeForest player back in the early 90s, Sean Stout. Sure, it's pretty challenging up in Portage. In some of these smaller towns, it's very challenging to put together a real good program.
He does bring back 11 starters from last year's team, but they haven't made the playoffs since 2006. All right, Shukart will kick off.
Which is the last time they had a winning record. The only time they've had a winning record in the 21st century, I believe.
Jeez. Shukart in his 3rd year of varsity kicking. His honorable mention all-conference pick last year. The kick taken about the 16-yard line. This is number 6, Lentz. Lentz reaching out for the 35-yard line. It'll be just short of that.
Yeah, not a bad return. Good Portage, good field position. I'd like to see Monona's defense. The interior of the line has been absolutely dominant, but they have been working the edges with success. I'd like to see the outside linebackers start sealing off those ends, see the corners play a little tighter defense on the pass plays.
All right, the ball spotted at the 31-yard line for the Warriors. 1st and 10. Anderson at quarterback. I believe that's Boudry behind him. Anderson looking to throw. Little screen pass to Boudry. Boudry jumping over a Silver Eagle and brought down near the 35-yard line.
Hopefully we'll see this on replay. We'll watch Brock Offerdahl to handle 2 blockers and work his blockers into the running back to make the tackle.
3-yard pickup on the play.
Watch Offerdahl here. He's got right up here. He's got 2 guys. And down he comes.
Pretty good.
That was a good play.
3-yard pickup makes it 2nd and 7. And we saw a lot of Offerdahl last year at linebacker, and you could tell he was going to be yet another good one. Continuing that MG tradition. Anderson, that's a fumble. And that comes by Offerdahl. Brock will go in with a fumble recovery.
All right, let's see who made the tackle there, Steve.
I believe that was number 3.
Was that Zach Stinson? Zach Stinson was all picking up
hit 21 and go in for the touchdown. So Brock, his first score of the season. So Schukart will come out for his third extra point attempt.
I got to say, I didn't think Alfredall's first touchdown this year would be on the defensive side of the ball, but we'll take him.
I don't know if we saw many defensive touchdowns last year.
No, there was James Conner had an interception return for a touchdown, and I think that was it.
And it's a 21-0 game.
3 seconds left in the first quarter.
Yeah, Conner, in fact, was responsible for the only 2 non-offensive touchdowns last year. We had a punt return for a touchdown as well.
Didn't he have that punt return in the same game as the interception?
He had a punt return called back, and that might have been in the same game as the interception, but he did have a 75-yarder called back.
He was one of the more exciting players we've seen in years.
Oh, yeah.
We've seen a couple of good ones here.
We've seen a lot of great players out here at Monona Grove and great teams. But you know, Connor's one of my favorite players to watch. He had a slight build for a football player, but he was very fast and had excellent instincts.
Big enough to play football for University of Minnesota Duluth.
So he's up there with Zach Zweifel, is he?
Yes, he is. Probably covering him in practice. Zweifel, one of their starting wide receivers.
Schukart to kick off for the Silver Eagles.
All right. Schukart kicking off, something he got a lot of practice doing last year. Last couple years. 21-0, the Silver Eagles lead with 3:08 to play in the first quarter. A lot of room in the middle of the field here. Now they'll drop back. Caught at the 11. Out across the 25. Short of the 30 before brought down by a pass of the Silver Eagles.
I saw Brock Lippy out there, and I also saw number 81, Mitch Bernardi.
And Brock Lippiett.
Brock Lippiett also
Portage will take over.
First and 10 for the Warriors from their own 27-yard line. Boy, that fumble by Anderson, a huge play. You got to respect the football, Bob. I love that when coaches say that phrase. Yes, I respect you, sir.
As Dick Rundle always used to say, you got to hang on to that tomato.
The handoff to Boudry. He got to the 30 before getting grabbed around the neck and slung down.
Yeah, Sean McCoskey on the tackle there, number 52.
Dexter Guyette also had a hand in things.
Yeah, been pretty slow going for Portage up the middle in this game.
2nd and 7 for the Warriors.
Monona Grove's defensive line has got some decent size. They got a lot of talent there, a lot of quickness.
Oh, Donahue last year as a sophomore was a monster.
The Portage offensive line, not as big, not as athletic, and certainly not as fast.
The handoff to Boudry into the line again, and he's stuffed and maybe even lost a little bit.
Zach Stinson in on the tackle again, and also Jake Decora and Dexter Guyette.
Stinson listed at 6'1", 188, playing in the defensive line. Of course, another one of those long line of fast defensive linemen for the Silver Eagles.
And in Mike Stassi's defensive lines, they are just a mishmash of body types. And we've seen some little guys playing nose guard. You remember the Armor boys playing nose guard? They were just little guys.
Zach Crabb, he was a sprinter on the track team, must have weighed 190 pounds. And what a pass rusher. Stinson
picked.
Picked off by number 25.
Eric Zimmer. Wishes he had that chance again. They're not often going to come that easy, unfortunately.
So Stinson will drop back, going from rushing the passer to returning the kick. Stinson, you remember, had a little problem with his first punt return. Well, now he'll share duties back there with 34, Brady Blang.
Well, Stinson made up for it by causing the fumble that was returned for the touchdown, and we'll also give him a sack on that one too. Pretty nice
Stinson
punt.
will take this one at the 39 where he signals for the fair kick, and the Silver Eagles will take over with 1:34 in the first quarter.
First and 10.
All right, much better defensive stand that time by Monona Grove. It's 3 out of the 4 series. Monona Grove is actually stuffed.
We've had 2 3 and outs and a turnover.
Yep.
We'll take that on offense, or on defense. So now Tyler Blang will bring him out there again. See Brock Offerdahl catching a breather here on the sidelines. Blang and Power split out wide to this side. Can't see who the receiver is at the far side. This is Blang in motion. Blang keep
He's got Powers wide open.
He's got Powers and overthrows him. Boy, that ball's perfectly thrown. That's a touchdown.
Powers was wide open. The ball was a little overthrown, a little thrown to the outside. Powers, unfortunately, instead of just turning his head directly to his right toward the outside, turned almost a full circle trying to get back to it. Wasn't able to catch up to it.
All right, that's Jackson Riley at the far side, listed as a backup quarterback. In fact, he was playing some quarterback, taking some snaps during warm-ups.
Last year he played quarterback in relief in one game, went 36 yards for a touchdown on it.
212 pounds as a junior. That's a nice-sized high school wide receiver. Brady Blang in motion. Big brother Tyler's going to keep this one. A little button hook, and he overthrows Powers again.
Yeah, little outside curl pattern there by Powers, but ball well overthrown.
3rd and 10. First 2 plays that didn't gain positive yards for the Silver Eagles. Bernardi will come in for Riley. Bernardi, a nice-sized wide receiver, too, also listed at 6'2".
Well, this is an obvious passing down and a great time to dust off a screen pass, either a middle screen or one to the outside. Get that ball off to Young or Lucy. Get some real good speed in there. Young in the backfield with Blang on this.
Brady Blang in motion. Tyler looking to throw. Left side, broken up.
Good defense there. Well covered. It's Bernardi, was it?
Bernardi, yes.
Receiver.
And so the Silver Eagle punting unit out on the field for the first time. We didn't see them until several games into the season last year.
3 consecutive pass plays there, none of them connecting.
So Blang not throwing a pass at all last year. Got a lot of playing time as the second unit played a lot last season's 9-2 season.
Yeah, carried the ball 8 times for 46 yards.
But not a throw.
And scored a touchdown. But no throws.
Tyler will drop back to punt this one.
When Blang was playing quarterback last year, Steve, there was no reason to throw the ball.
Boudry and some other fella back to return the kick. Well, high kick, not going to get caught as it's going to go out of bounds near the 40-yard line.
Tyler really took his time getting rid of that ball, too. I'm assuming that when they face somebody that's going to pose a bigger rush, that he's going to be able to get that ball away a little quicker.
42-yard line, the spot. Portage taking over in their own territory.
Yeah, very short punt, maybe 20 yards.
Minute 12 to play in the first quarter, and the Silver Eagles up 21-0.
Well, it's a good game for Stassi's team to just work on the basics. Just keep working their basic running plays. Don't show off anything. Don't give their next opponent anything to look at on tape.
Anderson rolling, throwing, and caught by Walker.
That's a nice pass. That's actually pretty good coverage by Sawyer Lucy there. Good pass by Anderson.
And that's going to be a first down for the Warriors.
11-yard gain. Who is that to, Steve?
Number 2, Jordan Walker.
Oh, he's the man out there, I guess.
Yeah, Walker with more
Considine's place.
As many catches tonight as he had in all of last season.
He's trying to fill in for Adam Considine, their second-team all-conference receiver last year, who had 45 catches.
And 11 touchdowns. That was one of their big offensive threats. First and 10 for the Warriors from the MG 42-yard line. 47, excuse me. The handoff to Boudry up the middle, tripped up.
Boudry on the carry.
Like Brock Offerdahl on that tackle.
For the Silver Eagles.
4-yard pickup makes it 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 for the Warriors.
20 seconds to play in the first quarter. They'll get off one more play. Anderson calling the signals. Thought that was somebody different that time.
Ben Bolt on the
Van Bolt, I'm right, number 24. Bolt with the carry
For no gain.
for no gain.
Zinger in on the tackle.
3rd and 6, they credit Zinger with the tackle.
And that's the end of the first quarter.
And that is the end of the first quarter, just like I said. 21-0, the Silver Eagles lead. Well, Bob, MG's offense, except for that last possession where they tried to throw 3 times, has been pretty impressive. The running game has been outstanding.
Yeah, Blaine looked a little excited back there with his first series of throws as a varsity quarterback. All 3 of them overthrown.
He did have that short completion in the first quarter, but that last series did not look so great. So now we'll switch sides.
Yeah, the Monona offense has been pretty good. They had the one series. Otherwise, the other 2 series went for touchdowns and went for them quickly.
Defense has looked pretty sharp as well. They had that one series where Portage gained some yards, but they kept them out of the end zone. 3rd and 6 now for Portage.
You know, I think if we looked at time of possession, even though the Silver Eagles are up by 3 touchdowns, I believe Portage has probably had the ball more.
I would agree with
as
you
far
on
as the
that.
clock goes.
They had a nice drive on that one possession. Of course, they're helped by a fumble and then hurt themselves with a couple of penalties.
Well, an argument can be made that Portage wouldn't have been in the position to even score if it hadn't been for a very questionable pass interference call
Well, that's
in
true.
the,
You
in
call
the end zone.
you call plays a lot differently. You know, if they'd been back, they wouldn't have had the opportunity. So now, 3rd and 6 for the Warriors. Boudry behind quarterback Anderson. Giving it to Boudry, and he's stuffed at the line.
Dexter Guyette got the first. Dexter Guyette got first contact there, and he was just pushing his man right back into the running back on that play. Nice job by Dexter Guyette in the middle of the line.
Guyette, one of our captains. Other captains for the Silver Eagles, Tyler Blank, Derek Zinger, Jake Decora, and Jaden Galt. So 4th and 8.
We should be punting this away.
Stinson will drop back again.
Stinson back to return the punt.
Yeah, Portage will have to try to play as much field position game here as anything else and hope for a turnover or a dumb penalty or something like that on the part of Monona Grove.
Stinson back at his own 10-yard line.
Oh, timeout.
Timeout called by the
Sometimes the the punter has to do that if he doesn't have enough, either has too many guys or not enough guys on the field. Because the punter's supposed to count them before the snap. Second timeout used by Portage here in the first half, and we are just into the second quarter with Monona up by 3 scores.
You know, one of the weaknesses, if there were any weaknesses of last year's Silver Eagle team, was punt returns, because they just seemed to signal for a fair catch on almost all of them.
Now, we've seen 2 punts by Portage so far tonight, and both have had fair catch signals. One was muffed, and the other one was handled.
According to my records here, well, Max Preps, let's give them the blame. A total of 10 punts returned last year, everything else fair caught. Connor had 8 of them, and Brett Charlson returning 2.
Well, I got to say that of the 2 websites that give us really any insight into these teams, MaxPreps and WithSports.net, MaxPreps
Hunter's head. He's not going to get this one off. He's going to fall on it at his own 27-yard line. It'll be Silver Eagle ball, 1st and 10 in prime scoring territory.
Seems crazy to call a timeout to design a play like that. That was well over the punter's head.
And he wisely fell on it. If he had tried to punt that, it would have easily been blocked. 2 Silver Eagles immediately upon him.
Yeah, he had no chance to punt it. The best he could have done was pick it up and try to run it back and improve the field position for Portage a little bit.
I think he wisely fell on that one. So 1st and 10 for the Silver Eagles from the 27 of Portage.
I don't think we'll be seeing a pass play right off the giddy up here on this series. I think Monona's going to be running the football.
Yeah, Brock offered all in the running in the tailback position behind quarterback Blank. They'll give it to Brady Blank instead. Brady with a little running room inside the 20. Bolts is off one of his own players inside the 10-yard line. 1st and goal for the Silver Eagles.
He ran into Mitch Bernardi. Bernardi just needed to hit his man, and I think Blank would have gone for the touchdown.
The ball right on the 10-yard line.
17-yard pickup for Blang.
Is that Brady's first carry?
It is. They've only had 6 running plays.
Goal from the 9-yard.
Seriously.
Wow. Okay. And 4 pass plays.
4 pass plays.
10 offensive plays, and we're up 21-0. How about that, folks? All right. Blang and Young, the wingbacks, offered all the running back. This is Brady Blang again. Brady inside the 5, sends it in to the end zone for a touchdown.
The exact same play that they just ran. Brady Blang around the left side of the offensive line and in for the score.
So Brady Blang, the sophomore, getting his first score of the season. First varsity score.
And I don't want to be bragging about my Karnak-like abilities, but you notice they didn't throw a pass on that series.
Yeah, you're right.
2-play series.
They ran it twice behind Jaden Gall. Schuchart's kick makes it a 28-0 game.
And the score with 10:34 remaining in the first half. Monona Grove 28, Portage 0.
Well, Bob, this is the type of start you hope for first game of the season.
Well, you like to have one that's favored. That's a breather, you know, and that, like I said, you can work on your fundamentals the whole game, but this is really difficult for Portage. It's tough when you're having a numbers problem with the team in the first place, and then you come out here and just get pounded.
Yeah, you had mentioned they canceled their junior varsity season because they didn't have enough players.
That is correct. So
that's
just a
hard on a
freshman and
program.
a varsity team so far this year.
That's hard because then you got a lot of sophomores standing on that sidelines that don't get into games. And, you know, it doesn't matter what level of game they get into. They need that playing experience if they're going to get better. And by watching this year, they're not going to gain anything.
I'd be awful surprised, Steve, if these sophomores that aren't playing on varsity nights are playing in those freshman games.
Yeah, that could be.
I'd be awful surprised if they
They'll
weren't.
play varsity reserve games on Saturdays, but
Well, I don't know if they have enough varsity reserves to play those games. Portage's numbers are very small.
I'd have to speculate Silver Eagles might have twice as many players suited up.
The upside is if you're even a serviceable player for the Warriors, you're going to be on the field a lot.
Well, that's true.
A lot of time on the field.
All right, Schuchart ready to kick off. A 28-0 Silver Eagle lead.
Schuchart to kick off for the Silver Eagles.
I'd like to see Drew get his foot into one. All of his kicks have been quite short.
This one to the 10 and dropped. And nice over the 20-yard line.
Nice tackle there by number 53.
On the tackle for the Silver Eagles.
Shalil O'Donnell.
Portage will take over first and 10.
First and 10 for the Warriors at the 20-yard line.
O'Donnell, a 6'3", 225-pound wide receiver.
Really?
Well, his number's 53, so they probably don't use him on that side of the ball as much as they do in the defensive line, which is his other position.
10:28 to play in the first half. A 28-0 MG lead. What's the magic number, Bob?
35.
That's right. We saw a lot of that last year. That running back.
Actually, we didn't see nearly as much as I thought we would, simply because the defense was having a hard time keeping the other teams off the board.
Anderson rolling out.
That's a nice little, Elijah Eisenberger on the cover, but a nice little play to get positioned by number 33 for Portage.
Paul Pafford.
Yeah, nice job.
True sophomore.
That's what a wide receiver's supposed to do on this play. Gets positioned.
Ball's not thrown well.
He's the only one in position to make that play.
2nd and 10 for the Warriors.
So Anderson, he started the game 3 for 4. Since then, he's gone 1 for 3.
Yep. 2nd and 10, another passing down. The handoff inside and not much there.
Boudry on the carry.
Boudry again might have got a couple yards.
Cora on the tackle.
It's tough for a coach to game plan when you're not going to make any yards up the middle. I mean, you really have to be able to soften up the middle to loosen up everything else.
3rd and 9, the ball at the 22-yard line of Portage. 10 minutes to play in the first half.
10 carries for Boudry already. He's got more carries than the whole Monona Grove football team.
Well, like you said, Portage has run a lot of plays and probably wins the time of possession, but scoreboard says it's 28-0. Silver Eagles very efficient on offense. Let me put it that way.
7 carries on the ground for 144 yards tonight.
And
Steve.
3 touchdowns. Oh, a Boudry
Trips over his own feet.
not even touched, and I lost 3 yards on a
Big loss. It'll be 4th down again.
Silver Eagles, it'll be 4th down for Portage.
Wow.
4th and 12. They'll have to punt again, and Stinson will drop back.
4-yard loss just on his own on that one.
Back to return the punt from Monona Road.
Brady Blang playing a little short back. Portage having trouble getting personnel on the field for a punt. They may have to call another timeout. Yes, they did. Hey, I'm 2 for 2.
Boy, that's a second consecutive punt they've had to call timeout.
They better get good at this because they're going to be punting a lot this year.
Well, at least in this game they're going to. I don't know what's going on with the punt team here.
So the ball at the 19-yard line of Portage. They're forced to call a timeout with 8:51 left. They've got no more timeouts left in the half.
And you remember on the last punt, they went over and all took a knee and talked to the coach, and then the center snapped the ball way over the punter's head. And then this, if he does it again, it's going to cost him points.
Yeah, they're close enough to the end zone. This ball's going to roll in. Well, it'd be nice to see at least one more Silver Eagle offensive possession before the half. I'd like to see the ball in Torrin Young's hands a couple more times.
Oh, we'll see at least one more offensive possession, maybe 2, before the end of this half. Still almost 9 minutes left. We're about to get the ball back here. Maybe Sawyer Livesey can turn one upfield and get it into the end zone.
All right, Stinson deep. Blang will join him now, Brady Blang. A low kick. Blang will take this one at his own 43-yard line. Trying to find some running room.
Nice
break
play.
One tackle, out across the 50, and finally brought down in Portage territory.
Well, Blang only got credit for about a 7-yard return on that, but he would have had a -1 if he wouldn't have shaken off that first tackle attempt right here.
Nice job getting it to the 49 of Portage, where the Silver Eagles take over 1st and 10, 8:37 to play in the first half, and a 4-touchdown lead.
Monona has not had bad field position yet.
Okay, ball spotted right on the 50. That's pretty decent.
Monona with only 11 offensive plays so far tonight.
Tommy Brown, a wide receiver on this side, Bob. First time we've called his name. Blang under center. Brady Blang in motion. Tyler looking to throw. Going downfield for Powers, and this one overthrown again. So they're looking for Trey Powers to be their deep ball threat this year.
Well, and Trey Powers has been open on all 3 of his passes. Every time they've thrown the ball his direction, but they have not been able to connect with him yet. All balls overthrown. Tyler doesn't look real comfortable back there in the pocket at the moment.
2nd and 10 for the Silver Eagles. The ball right on the 50. Brown, the wide out to this side again. Brady Blang in motion. The handoff to Offerdahl, and Offerdahl bowling his way for 6 yards. Nice effort there by Brock Offerdahl.
There's our first cramp, I think, of the night there. I think Josh Pateras, I just saw him rubbing his calf. So we could see seeing a lot of that tonight. So Offerdahl's first carry of the year, a 5-yard effort.
3rd and 5. The ball just inside the Portage 45-yard line. All right, the wide receiver at the other end is Trey Powers. I should have known that. Tommy Brown on this side. Young with the carry. Has the corner. Has the first down. And brought down inside the 35-yard line. Shortest run of the night for Young.
Yeah, what do we have? Only 10 yards. Only 10 yards on that one. Must be getting tired. It's second quarter. This heat saps you.
just inside the 30.
I know I'm getting tired up here.
The heat is snapping Torin Young after what, 3 carries?
3 carries, man. But he's been out on the field a lot of other times.
All right, Tyler Blang out of the shotgun. That's Young next to him. Brady Blang in motion, getting the handoff and caught in the backfield.
Wow, lots of penetration. That just seemed like a really slowly happening play there.
That play worked a lot last year with Evan Oldenburg coming off the wing. And
well, it worked the first 2 times Blang ran it too.
yeah,
Well, they gave him a pretty good spot. I thought he got knocked back a lot further than that.
2nd and 13 for the Silver Eagles.
I'd like to see
Just under
Monona
7
just
minutes.
keep the ball on the ground for the rest of this half, see what they can do.
Tyler Blang under center. Brady in motion. Tyler looking to throw. Good protection. Gets the pass off down the middle. Powers! Darren Powers for the touchdown.
That would be Trey Powers. Darren's a goal man. He probably feels like he just scored, but it's actually Trey.
I get so excited.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't even write down. How many yards was that, Steve?
Let's see. They were back at the 30...
32 or so?
No, yeah, 32, let's say.
Shukart on the kick for the Silver Eagles. Blang on the hold.
So Schukart's 5th extra point attempt, and it's 35-0.
And with 6:38 remaining in the first half,
That's the number we wanted.
35, Portage 0.
Well, they keep throwing to Trey. Eventually, they're going to get one to him, and that one, he made a nice catch. The ball a little underthrown, but Trey came back for it and waltzed into the end zone.
He was wide open, and he's been open on every single ball that they've thrown to him. I'm not sure what's going on the left side of the Portage defense there on the corner. They did say Sean Stout, the coach for Portage, was interviewed up by the Portage paper, and he was talking about his defense last year and said that their pass defense was really a problem for him last year, mainly because they were trying to play a zone defense. Now, a zone defense is tough for college teams to play effectively. And a high school team with young players and thin numbers, I would think would be virtually impossible to understand.
Yeah, I would agree with you.
So this year he said they were going to go with almost all man-to-man just to make it a little more easy for the kids. And obviously that's what they're doing, and Trey Powers is beating his man over there.
Trey is consistent
on the left side of the defense.
That time he made him pay for it. All right, Schukart will kick off again.
Kick off for the Silver Eagles.
You know, one of the things Coach Stassi said before the season is this is a very deep team, one of the deepest he's had, and it's evidence so far, Bob. We've had 5 different players score touchdowns, 6 if you want to count Drew Schukart kicking the extra points. Schukart's kick this time down the right side at the 12. Out and across the 35-yard line. Lentz with a nice return there.
Yeah, kick coverage there. It's just a little bit tardy getting down the field.
They spot the ball at the 35-yard line of Portage.
Pretty good return by Portage.
6.5 minutes left. You're right. The Silver Eagles, if they can make a stop, will get at least one more possession before the half. Oh, I thought they were spotting it at the 35. That's where one official signaled. They put it at the 37. 36, excuse me. 1st and 10. Double wideouts to both sides. Anderson out of the shotgun as he's been most of the night. The option to Boudry. They break that.
Oh, forget it.
Stinson and 54 all over that one.
Oh, my. That's a huge loss, too. That's a loss.
9-yard loss.
Loss of 8, it looks like, on that. Jeez.
Yep, 8-yard loss.
On Boudry's last carries, 2 carries between his trip and then that one, he's lost 12 yards.
2nd and 18. Under 6 minutes to play in the first half.
Yeah, the Portage offense can ill afford to be taking big losses like that.
Boudry's got some nice orange shoes, though. Aren't those clever?
Yeah. You can see them, like hunting shoes.
Boudry again, this time across the 30 before he's thrown down by Lippiat.
Anderson just barely got that ball.
Yeah,
Before he was just hammered by Lippiat.
about a 4-yard pickup, 3rd and 14. The ball at the 33-yard line. The officials wearing shorts tonight, Bob. I consider that very unprofessional.
Do you?
Oh, yeah.
I think it's stylish.
Yes. Stylish. Double wideouts to this side, single wideout to the far side. Low snap. Here's the fumbles.
I think Portage might have got
Portage
that.
got this one. A scrum underneath.
No, who came up with that? Zach Quam, I think, came up with that. Zach Quam stole that away from the Portage player.
Boy, that's fast, because I thought the Portage player landed on top of that one. So the Silver Eagles with the short field. Quam in there fighting for it. 1st and 10, just inside the 30-yard line. Silver Eagles with the short field again.
Wow. The Portage offensive line just cannot match up against the front 8 of Monona. I mean, wow, they're just flooding through. See Jackson Riley coming out to the wideout here.
Howler's the other wideout. That is Tunn, I believe. Nick Tunn. Handoff to Grady Blank. Grady with some running room inside
Nice
the 20
block.
to 15. Down near the 10. He
Stepped out of bounds.
Steps out of bounds.
When they do the replay, Steve, watch Jackson Riley's block downfield.
Riley, a big wide
Just
receiver.
pancaked this guy. You'll see Riley hopefully coming into the picture here. Oh, he didn't see him, but there's his guy.
Yeah. The guy's laying on his back.
Too bad you couldn't see him.
I was pointing, everybody.
He pointed right at our monitor here in case you guys didn't see it.
All right, 1st and 10 from the 11-yard line. Nick Tunn in at fullback. He'll go up the wing out of the shotgun. This is Tyler Blang. Torin Young next to him. Young, the handoff, cuts back into the end zone. Torin Young from 11 yards out. Made that look easy.
Yeah. And Young actually did make that look easy. He looked up, saw that his initial cut wasn't going to go anywhere. He just cut back, and then he just loped in.
So Young, his 2nd touchdown of the night.
Young getting close to 100 yards on the night. He's got 4 carries.
Schukart on the kick. Blang on the hold.
Tyler Blang holding. Schukart ready to kick the extra point.
And the kick is
And it's a 42-0 first half lead.
And Monona could get the ball back from yet another offensive series before the end of this half.
Portage 0.
All right, 4:44 to play in the first half, Bob. You're right, a lot of time yet.
Remember a few years ago when we did that game that went 62-0? Who was that? Baraboo?
Yeah.
Remember, it was something like this in the first half, too. It was 49-0 or something like that at the end of the first half.
Let's not start counting our chickens. We had a game, it wasn't last year, year before, I think, that got away from things. And well, that was an away game, wasn't it, at Mount Horeb?
No. Oh, that was 2 years ago. 2 years ago, yeah, Mount Horeb.
Last year.
At 64-8.
Yes.
That was just a pounding.
Yes. Were you at that one?
No, you went to that.
I know, I went to that.
Oh, my.
Yeah, the Silver Eagles in their history have gone over 60 points twice, and I was lucky enough to witness both of them. That game at Mount Horeb was 14-0 before I even got to my seat.
Well, that Baraboo game, that was missed. That was a whole lot of filler during that game, Steve. There wasn't really a whole lot to talk about.
All right, Schukart to kick off. Well, right now, nothing working for the Portage Warriors. Offense, defense, special teams, they're having their struggles. Schukart kicks a line drive down the middle.
That's
inside the 5.
That was a nice catch by the return man there. Got that over his shoulder.
Stopped about the 20-yard line. Boy, all sorts of Silver Eagles all over that one.
That was a scrum.
Lance on the return for Portage.
Lentz with the return there. Nice job catching it, like you said.
Down by a flock of Silver Eagles.
About a 15-yard return.
Portage at the 20-yard line.
First and 10 from the 20-yard line of the Warriors. 4:33 to play in the first half. 42-0. The Silver Eagles up.
13, Fort Atkinson, 7.
Oh, really? Fort's getting beat.
Who are they playing?
Can't remember, but
I could check. I've got the schedule here.
it wasn't anybody real special tonight.
Reedsburg.
Yeah. And I think they're playing them at home.
The ball overthrown. Looking for number 10 there. Jordan Hoffman.
Derek Zenger on the coverage there. Good coverage.
Coverage for Monona Grove.
Second and 10 for the Warriors. Well, the best thing about a game like this, Bob, is you're going to see a lot of subs in the second half, and they keep those starters fresh for next week. Not to mention rewarding those guys that have been knocking themselves out all summer. Anderson throwing deep again. This time he's got Walker open.
Yeah.
Walker dropped across the field. Sawyer Livesey with the tackle.
Boy, that ball just hung up there, but Livesey could not get to his man.
Livesey on the tackle for the Silver Eagles.
Anderson doing a good job of throwing that into the middle of the field to keep it away from Livesey.
First and 10 for the Warriors. The ball at the 49 of Monona Grove. Only their second trip inside MG territory, isn't it, Bob?
Who caught that one, anywho?
Walker, number 2.
Again? Jesus. 31-yard pickup. Longest play of the game for, other than the muffed punt, for Portage.
Walker will split out this side again with number 33, Paul Pafford. Double wideouts to the other side as well. Anderson out of the shotgun, straight back a couple steps. Throws for Walker and overthrows it. Flag, what the heck?
This is just terrible. That's another terrible call, and I don't know if that's the same official who made that call in the end zone.
Field, Bob, I would guess.
But that's pretty pathetic. That ball was not catchable. There was a little incidental contact there, but that ball was well overthrown. Yeah, these guys might want to revisit the pass interference penalty this week.
Interference on the Silver Eagles.
Yeah, I have to disagree with that one. That was
Second penalty of the game on Monona, both pass interference calls, both questionable to say the least.
Well, all right. The ball to the 34-yard line of Monona Grove. All right, let's see a turnover. I'm ready for a turnover, Bob. Two backs back there with Stian Anderson. What kind of name is Stian anyways?
It's like Ian with stuff in front of it.
Oh, batted away. They're going to say incomplete. Credit that one to number 3, Joel O'Donnell.
Ball's incomplete.
Boy, O'Donnell in on Anderson in a hurry.
Looking like J.J. Watt on that one. J.J. Swat.
Boy, I saw a picture of that guy the other day. He is just a monster.
Have you seen that video of him jumping up on the...
I heard about that.
Where it's, I think it's 54 inches.
I mean, just flat-footed jump.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just amazing.
He has 300 pounds.
He is a physical specimen.
All right, second and 10 for the Warriors. They could use JJ tonight. Still wouldn't help, I don't think. Anderson straight down by.
Coming. That's that Klom off the corner there. Corner blitz.
Never saw him coming. Nobody touched Klom.
Nobody on the offensive line. There was no running back there to pick him up. Zach Klom in for the sack.
Pushes it back to the 41-yard line. Brings up third and about 17.
I tell you, as a high school football player, man, when you get a sack, it is so exciting. it just gives you goosebumps.
Klom's made a couple of nice defensive plays. First to get that fumble, take that fumble away from one of the Warriors, and now that's sad.
Yeah.
He's
and
off to a nice start.
when you get just a free run at the quarterback like that, and you lay him out, it just feels great.
Now we have whistles.
Whistle on the play.
Guessing somebody moved fast.
Flag on the play.
No kidding. All right. Yep, that's a false start.
Portage.
So as if third and 17 wasn't enough, now it's third and 22. So whatever hopes they had of...
The only other time they were in Monona territory tonight, Steve, they did the same thing. Took a sack and then had a penalty after that.
That's right. That pushes it back to the 46-yard line.
Third and 22 for the Warriors.
3rd and 22, so watch, like you said before, 4 down linemen and everybody else going back in coverage. Now they're all off the line. Crom the closest, and he's 5 yards away from the ball. Over the middle, incomplete.
Now, his receiver cut to the outside. I think Anderson expected him to go in. He wasn't even, his intended receiver wasn't even looking back.
4th and 22 with 2:46 left. I assume they're going to go for it here.
I think they should punt it myself, but I think it's crazy to go for it. Given, the chances of them making it are extremely slim, and why give the ball to Monona here, the way Monona's been moving it? With over 2 minutes to go, there's no reason to think Monona wouldn't just take it down that short field and score. I think they punted here.
Well, yeah, you're right. Monona's not going to kneel down on with 2:46 to play.
Nope.
They're going to run a couple running plays. And
I think this is foolish. I think they should punt the ball. They have nothing to gain from
I'm not
this.
disagreeing with you. I sensed they were going to go. Anderson the snap, looking to throw, looking for Walker. Almost picked off, although the Silver Eagles are wide to top that one. They'll get the ball. It's their own 40.
Derek Zanger, who's had 2 balls go through his mitts tonight, he's got to be wondering what's going on. Might want to take those gloves off.
Oh, Elijah Eisenberger also with a crack at that one. Instead, it's going to be MG's ball. 1st and 10 from their own 40.
Yeah, I just didn't see what the upside was to that. I would have punted that away. Better to force Monona to go 80 yards than to go 50.
Oh, they've only got to go 54. Come on. But it's a long 54. And with 2:41 to play, they could very well do that. Their offensive possessions have been fairly brief tonight.
And as effective as they have been on the ground tonight, Steve, hell, they could score in 1 or 2 plays.
Tyler Blang under center. You give it to Brady Blang.
And look how wide open it is. Here's Josh Pateras making a block.
Nice block. Brady inside the 40. We got a flag near the 50.
Now that's usually going to be a hold. We'll see what ends up here.
A lot of success running around this left side of the line. Brady Blang looking pretty good.
Yeah, it's a hold. So that's coming back. So that might keep Monona from scoring. I honestly think it would. Knocking them back another 10 yards could make the difference. Starting at the 46 like they were, 2.5 minutes, I think there was plenty of time for them to score even if they never put the ball in the air.
Well, that was a spot foul, so it really only cost them 4 yards, 5 yards on the play. The ball back to the 41-yard line.
It's whatever. It's 1st and 15 now, but it actually cost them a lot more yards than that.
That's true. Brady had a nice
that was about a 17, 18-yard run.
Yeah.
It'll be 1st and 15 for the Silver Eagles.
Bernarde split out wide this side, Powers to the far side.
That's 3 out of the last 4 offensive running plays for Monona has been that handoff to Brady Blang coming around the left side of the line.
They give it, no, Blang keeping this time, and we have flags and
must have false start, another penalty on Monona.
2 penalties in a row for the Silver Eagles.
A sloppy play, they're only up 42-0. They better be careful. Actually, you just don't want to get into the habit of letting up.
Last year, the Silver Eagles, let's see.
They had 61 penalties.
Yes, that's right. 472 yards.
And then, they played 11 games, but that's still, pushing 6 penalties a game.
Right.
That's
5.5 a game is too many.
Yeah. Ideally,
Ideally, you don't have any, right?
But if you can keep it between 3 and 4 a game, that's doable.
Okay, Blang out of the shotgun now. Young next to him. Blang will keep it himself,
and he's
across the 40. Little running room, 45-50, dragged out of bounds, just into Portage territory.
Yeah, Bernardi with a decent downfield block there, freed up Blang for about another 5 to 10 yards on that run.
Blang with a 16-yard pickup on that play, 15-yard pickup. 2nd and 5. So,
Blang's third carry of the night, 41 yards rushing for him, and the touchdown. Clock running, or not, as the case. Oh, he went out of bounds.
Okay. Minute 45 to play in the first half. Brady Blang in motion, gets the handoff from older brother Tyler. Brady stuffed at the line. He might not have made the line of scrimmage on that one. They strung that one out far enough to get enough players to get him.
I think they'll probably mark it right at the line.
Right on the 50.
That is the first.
Oh, not quite the 50. So 3rd and 6.
Loss of the yard. That's the first tackle for a loss tonight for Portage.
All right, minute 20 and the clock running.
See what Monona does on 3rd and 5. See if they put it in the air. Sure.
Double wideouts to this side, Bernardi and Blank. Tyler Blank calling signals. Tyler going to keep this one through the line, and he's going to be short of a first down. It'll bring up 4th.
Nice job by the Portage linebacker there. I don't know if he was spying on Blank or not on that play, but he just stayed home.
4th and 2 for the Silver Eagles.
You know, Monona might as well go for it. Clock's running.
You bet. Heck, give it to Young again. And it appears the punting unit might be coming in, Bob.
I think that's crazy, too. What the heck? There's no downside to running the ball. Portage can't stop the clock. Maybe they're just going to take a delay of game penalty here and punt it away. Run the clock down as far as they can. Doesn't look like they're in any big hurry to get to the line of scrimmage.
No, you're right. I think that is what's going to happen here, Bob. There we go.
Or they're going to call time.
Timeout.
Yep.
Yeah, interesting.
Delay of game.
Oh,
No delay of game.
did they? I didn't see the flag go down. But they're going to march it off, so I guess it is.
So with 15 seconds left, the Silver Eagles will line up and punt it again. (42-0). The Silver Eagles beating the Portage Warriors. The waning seconds of the first half. Stay tuned for the exciting halftime show.
4th and 6 for the Silver Eagles. Blank back to punt.
Well, I'm kind of glad to see Mike Stassi just have his offense run the ball here in this series.
Yes.
And it's essentially calling off the dogs early, which is fine.
Blank another high punt, and it'll go out of bounds.
There was whistles blowing before that ball even landed.
So Portage will get the ball back in their own territory with 8 seconds remaining.
Portage might as well take a knee and just go into the locker room and see if they can figure out how to score a touchdown
Lick
tonight.
their wounds. They do get the ball to start the second half.
That's what you're doing now. As the coaching staff, you know you're not going to win this game. You need to get the kids, give them a goal, and their goal is to score a touchdown tonight. And just remind them they're playing one of the best teams in the state, and tonight we're just trying to score.
I haven't seen any preseason polls. Do you have any clue where the Silver Eagles are ranked?
No.
Anderson looking to throw, swings it out. Defense by Eisenberger. 7 Eisenberger.
Good
1
defense
second
by
remaining.
number
We'll have
7.
one more play here.
So they're going to just throw another one, I suppose.
To you, Bob. Just try and do something here.
Not sure. It's like going for it on 4th down. I'm not sure what the upside of either of those calls were.
Well, look at the scoreboard, Bob. It's not paying off, is it? There is no upside.
There's a whole other half to work on your offense and work on your basics. You don't need to be doing it with 8 seconds to go in the first half, down 42-0.
3 wideouts to this side.
And your quarterback taking his chances back there with the pass rush.
Almost dropped that one. Now he swings it out.
Wow, that's a duck.
Way up
That's
to Eisenberger with
Yeah.
a pick, and that's the way the first half will end. Joel Eisenberger, his first pick of the season. And we go to the locker room with the Silver Eagles leading 42-0. I'm Steve Martinelli alongside Bob Schmook for the 18th season of Silver Eagle football. We'll be back with the second half. Stick around. This will be good.
Yeah, I have to admit, I'm a little faint in my own ear.
How about a cookie, Bob?
Orange whip? I don't know, I was looking at the lineup today thinking about it.
Trey Powers with a 32-yard pass from Trey Blank for the touchdown. Drew Schuchart perfect on his 6 extra point attempts, and the Silver Eagles with a 42-0 halftime lead.
Well, I could say that it's been all Monona Grove.
Yeah, clearly.
Well, and it has been all Monona Grove, except in time of possession, Steve. That's the only thing Portage leads in. Portage has run a lot more plays than Monona, mainly because Monona's just been scoring. Their plays have been very effective. We've only had to run the ball, I believe, let's see, about 10, 11, 12, about 15 times so far this year. Or this year, I mean, this game. Yeah. And they've thrown 6 passes, so 21 plays for Monona.
Yeah, it's been a remarkable first half on offense. The Silver Eagles not really needing to do a lot. They had that one series where they threw 3 incompletions and then had to punt the ball, but when they run the ball, they've been extremely effective. Only 1 tackle for a loss for the Warriors.
So Tyler Blang, his first start as the Monona Grove quarterback, is 2 for 6 here in the first half with a touchdown pass, 47 yards. Rushing, leading the way is Torin Young, number 28 for Monona. We saw him a little bit as a freshman last year. He's a sophomore running back. He's run the ball 4 times for 93 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Nice.
Behind him, of course, is the quarterback, Tyler Blanks, run the ball 4 times for 45 yards and a score. His little brother, Brady Blank, has run the ball 5 times. He's been the workhorse tonight, Steve.
5 carries, the workhorse.
He's got 41 yards rushing and a score. So let's see, 1 carry, 19 yards. Brock Offerdahl, 1 carry, 5 yards.
So the Silver Eagles with roughly 200 yards rushing on, 15 carries?
Yes.
Nice.
On the other side of the coin, Portage had 1 semi-effective offensive series after a muff punt by Monona Grove, where they took the ball down inside the Monona Grove 10-yard line, then took a sack and a penalty, and that was the end of that drive. Stian Anderson, their quarterback, is 5 for 14 tonight for about 17, 28, 59 yards.
Most of those on 1 play, wasn't it?
Yeah, he had a 31-yard pass play to Jordan Walker. The workhorse tonight for Portage on the rushing side here, 12 carries for Tyler Boudry for 7 yards.
I like that, 12 carries for 7 yards. Just like I like that 5 out of 14 passing.
There's a young man named Bolt. I think his first name is Hussein. He's got 2 carries. So close.
Ben, not Brigg.
Ben, not Usain Bolt. Okay, anyway, 2 carries, 4 yards for him. Otherwise, the quarterback, Stian Anderson, 4 carries for a yard. Jordan Walker, 1 carry for -4. So the defense for Monona, the rushing defense, is very effective tonight. The interior of the line has been unapproachable. I mean, they haven't been able to do a thing in Portage's offense in the middle of the field. There are times they've made yards throwing the ball and working the edges. Monona Grove's pass defense has been decent. I wouldn't say it's been lights out or anything like that. It's just another area where they had some problems last year as well, and hopefully as the season continues, they'll just get tighter and tighter.
One thing I'd like to see in the second half, Bob, when we talked about this at halftime, is the Silver Eagles come out and try to throw the ball once or twice in their first possession, and get a little confidence builder from Tyler Blang. As the season wears on, we're going to need that passing game to offset the runs.
Well, I see the starters only playing one more offensive series here in this half, and then turning it over to the second team, which is terrific as far as I'm concerned. Obviously, the second teamers love getting out on the field on Friday nights, and actually, I like watching them getting out of the field, learn who some of these kids are, and we're going to be seeing some of these kids having to step up anyways as the year goes on, in case of injury or something like that, and then they're going to be the starters next year.
Schuchart ready to kick off to start the second half. We will have the running clock, of course. And this is going to be Lentz at the 17. Lentz out across the 25 and not much more.
Lentz only returns kicks. He doesn't seem to touch the ball otherwise.
I believe he's been on the field on defense.
Oh, okay.
Hard to tell with those numbers. They're almost unreadable.
Yeah, they're invisible.
First and 10 at the 25.
As has been their offense. First and 10 from the 25-yard line. Portage's first possession of the second half. Except for that muffed punt, they have not had good field position at any time tonight.
No, they've only crossed the 50 twice.
Anderson swings it out and throws it incomplete.
Pass falls incomplete.
Looking for Walker.
Yeah, even if that pass was caught, Elijah Eisenberger, who's had a pretty good game at the defensive backfield tonight, was all over him. He wasn't going anywhere.
Eisenberger with that interception to end the first half.
Yeah,
10 for the Warriors.
Eisenberger with a pick in the first half and sacks by Brock Offerdahl and by Zach Quam.
Quam also with that big fumble recovery. Leading, of course, to an MG score. 3 wideouts to this side now, 1 to the far side. Single running back behind quarterback Anderson, and he gets the ball through the line, hit by by Offerdahl after about a 3 pickup.
Let me just correct what I just said. The touchdown was by Brock Offerdahl. The sack that freed up the fumble for Offerdahl to take in was actually by Zach Stinson. So the Zacks with the sacks tonight.
That's right. I defy you, Bob, to find another defensive lineman who returns punts.
Carried that ball. Was that Boudry?
No, that was Bolt on the pick up 3rd and 7.
Woo-hoo!
The pass all, we're going to get a flag again? Come on. Eisenberger whistled for that one.
Eisenberger did have an arm in there, and you could make a case for him impeding the forward progress of the receiver there. That was at least a less questionable call than the other two. Let's put it that way. It had a bad look to it. I'm not surprised to see the flag go.
Yeah, I expected it on that one, but still I don't think that was going to be caught.
But that'll be a first down for Portage. And I'm sorry to say the 6th penalty already tonight for Monona Grove.
First down for Portage.
All right, the ball spotted at the 42-yard line of Portage. Low snap, picked up and given to the running back and hit immediately at the line.
Bolt on the carry for
They've had a number of low snaps on that shotgun.
Yeah, and the quarterback's dropped a couple of them as well.
Bolt for no yards on that play.
brought down
2nd and 10.
And Anderson doesn't look terribly comfortable back there either. He looked pretty good on that one series, but since then he just looks like he's a little gun-shy back there. He's been under a pretty heavy rush, been sacked a couple times. He's fumbled once.
He's had a nice run.
Fumbled twice, excuse me. He's fumbled twice.
They've had some success running the ball outside with that option. There they give it to the running back again, and he might have gotten a yard.
Boudry on the carry.
Boudre picking up a yard there, makes it 3rd and 9.
9 for the Silver Eagles.
Boudry, the leading rusher tonight,
With 8 yards now?
11 carries for 8 yards. For
Running clock here in the second half, seeing as the Silver Eagles have more than a 35-point lead.
Steve and I are very big fans of the running clock.
42-0. It's 8:40 to play in the second quarter. We're moving right along here, Bob. 3rd and 9. Anderson on the keeper, hit at the line and dropped. It's 4th and 9.
On the carry. Brought down by Jalen Thomas for the Silver Eagles.
Thomas with the tackle. Portage coming out here playing like the score is 0-0, and I really don't blame them. Why panic? They're not going to get back in this game, I see.
Well, it'll be a good game for Sean Stout to just work on his basic plays.
And I think that's what they're doing here.
Yep.
So, 4th down.
Back to return.
Most likely a punt coming up. Stinson will drop back. Silver Eagles on the road to Baraboo next week. All right. The punt for the Thunderbirds and whistles.
You looking forward to next week there, Steve?
Going to Baraboo?
No, I mean, you just called these guys the Thunderbirds.
No, I was talking about next week's game against the Thunderbirds.
I thought you said the punt, waiting for the punt by the Thunderbirds.
Sorry.
Waiting for Godot or whomever.
Waiting for the Thunderbirds. All right.
Remember that cartoon or that puppet marionette thing called the Thunderbirds?
Oh, yeah.
That good show.
Used to love that show. Bad puppet show.
Yeah,
All right,
man.
4th and 14. Stinson will let this one drop, and a nice roll for Portage inside the 20-yard line.
I guess. Wow,
Down
that
to
turned out
about
to
the
be
17, 18-yard line.
darn nice punt.
Ball is pushed down at the 14.
At the 14.
Silver Eagles will take over 1st and 10.
That was a beautiful punt.
Yeah, it is.
Nice roll there.
48 yards on the punt.
So the Silver Eagles deep in their own territory, their first possession of the second half.
Portage has been a little disorganized on the punt team, but the punter's actually been pretty decent tonight.
Yeah, he had that one go over his head, but
That wasn't his fault.
his fault at all. All right, we see Jackson Riley taking some snaps on the sideline here. I expect we'll see him pretty soon, but the offense will get the first string offense will get a chance to come out here, at least one series. Powers and Brady Blank split out wide to this side.
You see Monona Grove's number one offense here, just go right down the field, get a score.
Torrin Young with the handoff. Young with some running room across the 30, still on his feet.
Young on the carry.
Out of bounds.
Flag on the field.
I think that's going to go against Monona.
The clock continues to run.
Another hold, I think.
Holding.
You know, you can get away with some of that push and grab stuff in the interior line, but boy, once you're out in space, if you're grabbing onto shirts, the officials will see it.
So close to a 20-yard run by Torrin Young called back. That would have put him over 100 on the night. Only his fifth touch. So,
First and 11.
pulls it back to, first and 10.
At the 14-yard line.
Ball about where we started on that play.
Yeah.
And a spot foul.
Spot foul was down by the first down stick.
So let's do that again.
Might as well run the same play, see what happens.
Tyler Blank under center on this one.
And
off to Brady Blank.
Just with a different running back.
Brady Blank
Out across the 20.
crosses the 20-yard line.
A
Brings up second.
8-yard pickup. 2-yard second and 2 for the Silver Eagles. 5 minutes to play in the third quarter.
Yeah, that run by Young that got called back would have put him over the 100-yard mark with the game. Suspect he'll still get there.
Let's do it right here. Second and 2 for the Silver Eagles. A running clock. We're almost 2/3 of the way through the third quarter, Bob. Tyler Blank calling the signals. Brady in motion. This is offered all, I believe.
No, Blank.
Blank and the keeper. Blank is going to score.
Yes, he is. Look at 80 yards.
80-yard run for Tyler Blank. That'll put him over 100 for the night.
Wow. That's
That was
kind
a
of
little unexpected.
that just kind of popped out of nowhere. I mean, a little quarterback keeper, a little draw play. Monona Grove uses that a lot, and he just kind of found a little seam in the middle, and the next thing you know, he was outrunning the competition.
So Tyler Blank with his second touchdown of the night. This one an 80-yard run.
For the Silver Eagles, Blank on the hold.
Now we might not see Taryn Young getting a 100-yard game tonight after that one.
Put the Silver Eagles close to 300 yards of rushing already. And Schuchart's kick makes it a 49-0 game.
And the score with 4:24 to go in the third quarter. Monona Grove 49, Portage 0.
4:24 to play in the third quarter. First possession of the Silver Eagles. They run a couple of plays and again into the end zone.
So I got unofficially, I have Monona Grove for 246 yards rushing tonight on, just let me count them up, 5, 11, 12, 17 carries.
Yikes.
It's not a bad average.
Roughly 15 yards a carry? No, almost 20.
Well, not quite that much, but probably around 15.
All right, well, if we have to be critical, we can say the Silver Eagles haven't passed the ball well tonight, and they've had far too many penalties.
Well, is there a plane about to land here or what? That was like one loud jet coming through.
We got a flyby here, I guess.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It's awfully loud considering how far away that little blinking light is.
All right, Schuchart will tee it up. Portage will get the ball back again. About a 22nd possession for the Silver Eagles, I think.
Schuchart to kick off for the Silver Eagles.
That's good. There's got to be some military jet that is buzzing the tower here. It is so loud.
I suspect that's going to be the last we're going to see of Tyler Blank tonight. He's got his helmet off on the sidelines. Remember the old days? They'd never let you take your helmet off?
Not until you were out of the game. If you knew you were out of the game, you could take your helmet off.
Schuchart's kick, taken at the 14. Lentz again, out to the 30 and dropped.
On the carry, on the return, brought down.
I don't know if people at home can hear this airplane noise. Holy cow. If it's Red Dawn and the Russians are coming, or what's going on here?
All right, 1st and 10 for the Warriors, their own 30-yard line. Under 4 minutes to play here with a running clock and a 49-0 Silver Eagle lead.
1st and 10, Portage.
High snap, Anderson pulls it down, looking to throw downfield deep, has a man open and overthrows him.
Sawyer Livesey's man open there on the going down the middle.
That was,
2nd and 10 for the Warriors.
was that Pafford again? I thought it was.
Couldn't tell.
That big sophomore. 2nd and 10 now for the Warriors. All right, we've seen a couple turnovers tonight. I'd like to see yet another, especially if Anderson's going to continue to try and throw. Back again, going deep, way long. Oh, come on.
Come on. I mean,
The two players ran into each other, but there was no chance that ball was going to be caught.
I don't know if there's a new directive this year from the WIAA that you just call these penalties no matter what, or
That ball was overthrown by 20 yards.
before I tuned into the game last night, Steve, there was the announcers were making said that there was a questionable pass interference call on Wanakee last night. Same thing, where they thought it was an uncatchable ball. So I don't know if there's the WIAA says, okay, we need to start cracking down on some of this holding or what. But
Eisenberger called for that one, and I think that was unjustified.
oh yeah, I mean. That ball wasn't anywhere even in the same zip code. There's no way a receiver could have caught up with that.
Okay, 1st and 10 for the Warriors. The ball at the 45-yard line of Portage. 2:08 to play in the third quarter.
Oh,
Pressure.
wow.
Overthrown and almost picked.
He came in that time.
Who was that, 19? Ryan Seathammer?
Actually, I think it was number 22, David Mans, that was really putting the pressure on there. Seeing some substitutions on defense. David Mans, number 22, being one of them. I also see number 10, Stephen Martin. So Livesey still in there. Number 17, Jacob Carnes. Looks like he's playing free safety.
2nd and 10. 3 wideouts to this side. Screen pass. Complete to Boudry. Boudry has the first down and a little more. Continues to rumble close to the 40-yard line of Monona.
On reception for Portage. Crosses midfield. It'll be a first down for Portage.
They gave that pass catch to Walker.
He said Walker, but I don't think it was. It was a shorter player than him.
14-yard pickup.
Whatever. 14-yard pickup. The ball at the 41-yard line of Monona Grove. 50 seconds to play in the third quarter.
1st and 10.
Gotta love these running blocks, Steve.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Eagles with what, 3 plays in this quarter? One of them a penalty. Screen pass.
Wrap
him up.
Oh, my.
Eisenberger made the nice hit, but didn't wrap up the wide receiver.
That's a mistake that a lot of the professional players make. They think that they can just run into somebody hard and they'll fall over. You got to wrap up, and when the coaches go over the tape with the players this week, I'm sure that will be noted.
Walker with the 4-yard reception on that play. 2nd and 6. Last play of the third quarter. Should they get it off? 10 seconds left. Anderson looking to throw again. Hit again. Loops it up there high.
Wide open, though. That's going to be a touchdown.
And a touchdown.
Wow. Not sure how that wide receiver got that open. Wide open. Anderson able to unload actually a pass of about 40 to 45 yards in the air as he is being hit.
37-yard touchdown completion from Anderson. And Portage is on the board.
All right, well, this was one area of the defense last year that was a real problem spot for Monona Grove.
There was good pressure on that one. I mean,
they got
hit
pass
after
rush,
he released the ball.
The wide receiver was running free and clear.
Walker to kick the extra point for Portage.
And Walker to do the kicking duties.
And
that was pretty bad.
Yeah.
Wide right on the kick. The score at the end of the third quarter is Monona Grove
So, we go to the fourth quarter. The Silver Eagles leading 49-6. The shutout ruined, Bob. My whole weekend is shot now.
A couple of years ago when all Monona Grove did was throw a shutout.
Oh, they had an outstanding defense. I think they were close to a school record.
I looked at it the other day. I think they gave up 59 points the entire season, and I think 24, and it was in the last game, which was that loss in Wanakee.
That's
But
right.
Didn't they lose 24 to, God, I can't even remember what the score was there, 24-21 or something like that.
I think it was something like that, yeah. So now, fresh 12 minutes on the clock. The Silver Eagles will get the ball after having it a total of 3 plays in that third quarter. However, they did put up a touchdown and still lead at 49-6.
Changing ends here.
Getting into things.
Fair number of students here tonight. You never know in these first game of the year when the school isn't even in session yet what kind of crowd you're going to get. Portage's side has family members, and this side actually has a fair number of students.
Nice like that. Well, it's a beautiful night out.
And it is parents' night, so there's a lot of family members on this side as well.
All right, for the Silver Eagles, it's Torin Young, flanked by Brady Blang and Trey Powers. That bodes well for the future, Bob. Powers, the only junior, the other two sophomores.
True that. If they're effective as sophomores, it's sky's the limit.
That's
for those
huge,
two.
yeah. Well, we'll see who comes out and plays this fourth quarter for the Silver Eagles. They just had the one possession in the third. A high kick. Powers going to take it at the 21. Cuts outside. Still on his feet across the 30. And struggles close to the 33-yard line. Now this looks like a second unit offensive line coming out.
It'll be first and 10 for the Silver Eagles.
Good. A lot of
Race
second
Rodamont
timers coming out.
out there.
35-yard line.
25, Derek Zinger. Jackson Riley at quarterback.
Yeah, number 71, that's Dominic Urso.
11, Tommy Brown, wide receiver.
What's we got going on here?
Rodamont comes out, wide receiver. 27, Alex Ruckty at running back.
Number 73, Michael Prebush at left tackle, a sophomore.
Riley gives it to the fullback. No, Riley keeps it himself and gets across the 40.
Brought down by Portage's Brett Lenz.
Nick Tunn in there at fullback. Riley, a big kid, 6'4",
Gain of 7, second and 3.
212 pounds. That's a big high school quarterback.
Sure is.
Second and 3. The pitch to Zinger. Has the corner and should be enough for the first down.
They should get the first down
Across
here.
the 45-yard line, and it's a Monona Grove first down.
10 and a half minutes left in the game. 49-6 still. The ball at the 46-yard line. First and 10 for MG.
First and 10 for the Silver Eagles at the 46.
Well, the starters learned some things they got to work on. They know the running game is going to be good. Zinger in motion again. This time, Riley got the keeper and he's not going anywhere.
Brought down behind the line of scrimmage.
Losing 4 or 5 yards.
Usually the second line usually is a little more porous than the first line, just simply because they don't get a chance to play together very often.
Bernarde in for Monona Grove, wide receiver, replacing Tommy Brown. 85 also in there for the Silver Eagles. That's Alex Kuffel. Second and 13 for the Silver Eagles from their own 43-yard line. The handoff to Zinger again, and he's going to be hit behind the line.
Oh, bunch of penetration there by the defensive line of Portage.
Not a lot for Zinger to do there.
No.
So we lost a few more. That brings up 3rd and 17. Wow. Well, it might be interesting to see Jackson Riley try to throw one here. 9 minutes to play in the game. Riley will handoff to the fullback. I believe this is Ton. And he gets across the 40, and that'll bring up 4th down. And the punting unit comes on.
Nick Todd on the carry for the Silver Eagles brings up 4th down.
Nick Ton picking up about a yard there, but it's 4th and 16, and our friends, the Jets, are back. Jets, Jets.
The air guard must be doing some night maneuvering or something.
We couldn't get a blimp, but we got lots of Jets.
Timeout, Portage.
Portage calling a timeout. This is very strategic, Bob, because they'll get the ball back with 8:23 or so. They're ready to make their move.
Now, fortunately, even if they score and get the 2-point conversion, it's still a 35-point differential. That's really the important thing right now.
That is true. 8:23 to play, 49-6. Well, the Silver Eagles with plenty of penalties tonight, but I got to say more than a couple of them were questionable.
Oh, that's for sure. 3 out of the 4. They have 4 pass interference penalties. 3 of them were bogus, to say the least.
Yeah.
One I didn't have too much problem with, but 3 of them were just awful.
Yeah. All right, the punt unit on. Blaine will be kicking with the wind. His punts have been fairly high, but not a lot of distance. Remember, Blaine did a little punting last year, as did Schukart.
Blank the punt for the Silver Eagles.
Ben Crawford also did some punting for the Silver Eagles. He's graduated now.
Let's see if Blaine can get a leg into one here.
Low snap. There's a nice kick.
Oh, fumble.
Boom! Nice hit there by Jackson Riley.
Boom goes the dynamite on that one.
Jackson Riley on the tackle for the Silver Eagles.
Riley with a nice hit there, pushing the returner back. So with 8 minutes to play, Portage will take over. Where? About the 15-yard line? 16-yard line. Well, this is where I agree with you, Bob. They should be working on the basics here rather than trying to put another score up on the board. They've got nothing to gain by losing by 35 points.
Well, but at the same time, that pass is probably going to be part of their basic package, that long pass, because, they're not going to be able to run the ball real effectively this year.
Anderson on the keeper, caught in the backfield.
That's O'Donnell.
O'Donnell's having a nice game.
Yep, that's his second tackle loss.
He sniffed that one out, about a 4-yard loss. O'Donnell staying home there, and nice play.
Steven Anderson now sinks below the 0 mark in rushing yards on 6 carries.
From the 13-yard line.
He had a nice one early on for first down.
He had a 9-yard run. But that's all gone away now. Wiped clean.
2nd and 14. Anderson looking to throw, swings it out.
Oh, nice catch.
I believe that's Walker again.
Anderson's pass complete to Walker.
That's a nice
For a
catch
3-yard
right there.
pickup.
Yeah.
Brings up to 3rd and 10.
Oh, they give him 4 yards on that, Bob. 3rd and 10. This is key with 6.5 minutes left in the game.
Well, Jordan Walker is having a nice game. I got him for his 8th catch here.
This is a kid that had only 3 all of last season.
Must be the only wide receiver on the team, because that's pretty much the only guy they throw the ball to.
Well, they tried throwing to Pafford a couple of times with no success. This one complete. I think that's Walker. Maybe just a little short of the first down.
The first down. Let's see where they mark it. Nice pass.
Knocked out of bounds by Alex Krieger and company.
And they're giving him a first down on that one. The ball out to the 27-yard line.
It's a Portage first down. It'll be 1st and 10.
Jacob Carnes in there on defense along with O'Donnell, 43. Andre Naherniak, a freshman. Yes, it is. The handoff to the running back. He stumbles out to the 35-yard line. Let's see who else we have out there. 24, Max Etheridge.
Both on the carry for Portage.
19, Ryan
Picks up 5
Steedhammer.
yards. Make that 6. It'll be 2nd and
42,
4 for
Eric
Portage.
Stadmuller. 2nd and 4. We're down to 5 minutes left in the game. The handoff to the back again. First down, out near the 50-yard line.
Nice looking blocking on the front line for Portage. They opened up a huge hole.
It's a Portage first down.
Ben Bolt out to the 49-yard line of Portage and a first down. So against the second unit defense, Portage moving the ball. 1st and 10, 4.5 minutes to play. They keep it on the ground, and
Bolt on the carry.
Bolt, a 3-yard pickup.
Hard to see who came up with that
By
tackle.
O'Donnell.
Actually, I don't think that's right.
2nd and 7.
I think that might have been Clint Wenke on the tackle on that one, number 89. I think he's out there.
4 minutes to play. See if the Silver Eagles can keep them out of the end zone. Anderson rolling out, going to run the ball. One. Some running room down the sidelines here. Knocked and brought down by 43, Naherniak.
Tackled by Naherniak.
A 9th grader.
It'll be a Portage first down.
Andre? Is it
Andre,
Yeah, okay.
son of the music teacher.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, I've known Lori and Taras Naherniak for a long, long time.
First and 10 for Portage. Monona Grove 22-yard line.
Nice run there down to the 22-yard line of Monona Grove with 3:20 to play in the game. Portage threatening here. The game not in question anymore. Portage still plugging away at it. The handoff to the running back, and Bolt inside the 15-yard line.
Brought down by Mueller.
Oh, the Portage offense looks like a completely different animal against the second team Monona Grove defense.
Now they're running the ball up the middle, Bolt having some success. You recall in the first half they didn't move the ball down the middle of the field at all. Under 3 minutes to play. 2nd and 1, the ball on the 13-yard line. I'd give it to Bolt again. And they do. And Bolt has the first down. Might have gotten to the 10.
On the carry.
It's obviously a prerequisite to have those bright orange shoes if you're a Portage running back.
Yes.
Silver Eagles.
Krieger with the tackle for Monona Grove. First and goal from the 10.
Portage at the 10-yard line.
2 minutes and 10 seconds with a running clock here. Would be nice to see us get a stop here. Timeout. 2:02 to play in the game, and the Silver Eagles call a timeout.
Portage.
No, timeout Portage?
Yeah. Yes, indeed. Well, I think they want to score, and obviously the coach didn't feel comfortable with something out there.
Well, a good showing by the Silver Eagle offense.
And if Portage scores on this series, they'll have won the second half. So you take your victories where you can find them.
Yes. I'm sure they're going to feel happy going home on the bus.
Hey, it beats going home losing 49-0.
Well, true, but
Gives them a little confidence. They scored some points to make practice seem a little bit easier this week. Who's Portage got next week anyway?
don't know, didn't bring their schedule. Don't know, don't care.
I know. Just was wondering.
First and goal.
They're usually all over that stuff.
Yeah.
Kind of dropped the ball this week.
Next week, I'll tell you. What do we got now? Okay, now we're ready. Anderson calling the signals. He's going to keep it himself. Going for the corner.
Not this time.
Nope, flag.
Now we're going to get a hold.
That was Jacob Carnes with the tackle.
Some sort of hold or clip or block in the back or something like that. It's going to go against Portage. Take him right back out of scoring position.
I don't think he gained much on that play.
No, Monona Grove did a good job of staying home on that. They had two guys on the quarterback that time.
O'Donnell and Carnes were out there. A hold for Warriors. So that'll march it back to the 19-yard line, first and goal. Minute 47 to play and 49-6 lead for the Silver Eagles.
Second and goal from the 18-yard line.
From the 18, oh well. 3 wideouts to this side, 1 to the far side.
Wouldn't be surprised to see Portage put the ball up here.
Why not? No, they run the ball and maybe lost a yard.
O'Donnell's actually represented pretty well for a second teamer out here. Looks like he might earn some playing time with the first team.
Let's see, Jordan Builder out on the field. A 225-pound sophomore.
Second and goal from the 18.
Second and goal from the 18. Minute 20 and a running clock.
Portage still has the 1 timeout though, so, you know, they can utilize that.
Yes. And now we got whistles. That'll probably be against Portage.
Yeah, the left side of the offensive line left early.
Field getting a little hazy now. It's some humidity coming in.
No, that's a false start.
So that'll push it back to the 23-yard line, second and goal.
Procedure penalty against Portage.
The Portage faithful still here. All right, under a minute to play here. Portage with a chance to get off maybe 2 plays unless they use that timeout. Taking their time here. Anderson looking to pass over the middle. Caught. And tackled inside the 10-yard line. They're going to have to get up to the line in a hurry here.
Timeout. They got a timeout, Steve. Don't worry.
40 seconds left.
They don't have to hurry. Plenty of time.
So the ball at the 6-yard line, third and goal.
Portage.
So Portage with no more timeouts, a chance to put their second score up. Both teams will go to the sidelines here on the timeout.
You see, if the Monona defense would have just stuffed these guys about 6 plays ago, this game would be over.
That's right.
Instead of still sitting here with 40 seconds to go.
49-6, the Silver Eagles will definitely win this game. The only question is, can Portage score in the last 40 seconds?
Well, they got 2 shots at it and plenty of time.
Portage scored on the last play of the third quarter. We'll see if they score on the last play of this quarter as well. Big story tonight, though, is the MG running game, racking up a bazillion yards on not many carries. And the running clock holding the Silver Eagles to what, half a dozen plays in this half?
Yeah, they hardly had the ball on offense at all.
Half a dozen plays, that's right. 1 possession in each quarter. All right.
They got 1 first down in this quarter.
Third and goal
and
from
got
the
stuffed
6.
after that. So Monona averaged 255 yards a game on the ground last year, and they're right there with this game as well.
Anderson taking a snap, looking to throw. And touchdown, Portage. A 6-yard pass.
Well, I got to hand it to Portage. You know, usually when teams are getting killed like this, I get after the opposing coaches for not putting their second teamers in. But, you know, Portage just doesn't have a lot of second teamers.
Well, true, they're very thin.
They can't pull a lot of guys out. They can't pull a whole, you know, they can't pull their whole defense or their whole offense out because they just don't got the numbers.
So Jordan Walker's second touchdown catch of the night, that must put him close to 10 catches. He will attempt to kick it, and Walker has all 13 of their points.
With 34 seconds left to play, the score is Monona 49, Portage 13.
49-13, the Silver Eagles with one more chance here. They'll return this kick and let the clock run out, I'm certain.
Well, good for Portage. I mean, it's fun to see Monona go throw a shutout, but at the same time, you got a team that's struggling and it's at best, you know, probably only going to win a couple of games this year. So it's nice to it's nice to see them be able to put up a few points against a really good team, something that they can hopefully build on and hopefully give some of those Badger North teams a pretty good game.
Wear some of them out for the playoffs, let's hope. All right, back deep for the Silver Eagles to return the kick. Torin Young, Brady Blang, Trey Powers, almost did it again. And Brock Offerdahl right in the middle of the field. Those four have all had a nice game, providing the majority of the Silver Eagle firepower. Them and Tyler Blang, who's rushed for 2 touchdowns. I think we're going to see a lot of rushing touchdowns this year, Bob. I'm going to go out on a limb.
Well, I think if anybody that's got a good, solid rushing game, especially in high school, is going to win a lot of football games.
And clearly, the Silver Eagles have an outstanding offensive line. It showed tonight.
Not only do you wear down the opponent's defense, you eat up so much clock.
This one take by Powers at the 20. Trey with a little running room up the sidelines here, cuts it back, still on his feet across the 50. Trey could go. Trey could go. No, Trey dragged down from behind inside the 25-yard line.
Did a nice job of following his blocks there. I mean, he's running fast, but you could see him holding back, just waiting for the guys in front of him to make their hits. And then he picked his way through it and then tried to turn it on there at the end. One Portage player had a chance at him and got him.
And that's going to end the game, Bob. Trey Powers with a nice kick return there down the left sidelines, capping off the Silver Eagles' 49-13 victory.
And that concludes our season opener here.
So the Silver Eagles on the road next week at Berlin. Bob and I will be back here in 3 weeks when they take on the Monroe Cheesemakers. Bob, that ought to be exciting.
I won't be here, Steve.
Oh, I'm going to miss you. Who will I get to take that seat?
I don't know. Yeah, there's any number of people I'm sure you could pick from.
True. I can ask Trey's dad if he wants to come up here.
Who?
Trey's dad.
Oh, there you go. Give it a shot. Oh, before we go, I want to say thanks to these students that came up to run the cameras. School's not in session yet, so it's good of them to be up here and put the time in on a Friday night. Ryan Schlumberger, Aaron Brogan, Cole Schaefer, and Matt Schaefer, and then our producer Alex, who didn't give me his last name.
And then, of course, Austin Coppernall.
And Austin Coppernall, there you go. And a big thanks to Dave Kersner, our cookie guy, who kept us well fed again. Attaboy, Dave. If you come out to the park, you'll know Dave. He's always wearing that number 76 Monona Grove jersey. Probably for the number of dozens of cookies that he makes.
Yes, every week.
Every week.
All right, again, the Silver Eagles victorious tonight in their opener, 49-13. I'm Steve Martinelli alongside Bob Schmuck. Thank you ever so much for watching. We'll be back in 3 weeks. Good night.